welcome. Tonight, you are invited into a quiet story from ancient legends and distant worlds. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to remember. Just allow the story to guide you gently into rest. Let your breathing slow. Let the night settle around you. And now, the story begins.
Long before the moon became a place of longing, before it held a lonely goddess within its pale light, the world below was restless and burning. In ancient China, there was a time when 10 suns rose into the sky at once. They scorched the earth, dried the rivers, and turned forests into ash. People hid in shadows, waiting for night that never seemed to come. In those days lived a man named Hu Yi, a skilled archer with a calm heart and steady hands. He listened to the suffering of the people, and when the heavens would not answer, he chose to act. With a bow carved from ancient wood and arrows blessed by the wind, Hu Yi climbed to the highest mountain. One by one, he shot down 9 suns, leaving only one to warm the world gently. The skies darkened, the land breathed again, and balance returned. For his courage, the Queen Mother of the West rewarded Hu Yi with a single vial of immortality elixir. "Drink this," she said, "and you will live forever among the gods." Hu Yi accepted the gift, but he did not drink it, because on earth there was someone he loved more than eternity itself. Her name was Chang'e. Chang'e was gentle, thoughtful, with eyes that reflected moonlight even before she ever touched the sky. She lived quietly with Hu Yi, their home filled with simple joys, shared meals, soft laughter, and peaceful evenings. Hu Yi hid the elixir away, planning to drink it only if the world truly needed him again. But destiny rarely sleeps. One night, while Hu Yi was away, a greedy apprentice broke into their home, searching for the elixir. Chang'e had only moments to choose. If the elixir fell into the wrong hands, immortality would be corrupted. With trembling hands and a steady heart, Chang'e drank the elixir herself. Her body became light, her breath slowed, and gently, silently, she began to rise through the ceiling, above the clouds, past the stars, until she reached the moon, and there she remained, not as a queen, not as a ruler, but as a quiet guardian of the night. Hu Yi returned to an empty home, and when he looked to the sky, he saw her. From that night on, the moon was never just a moon again. It was a place of memory, of love, of distance. And as the moon rises still, Chang'e watches over the sleeping world, softly, silently, gentle pause for breath. And as the story drifts onward, the moon remains, unchanged, watching. Above the world, where sound fades into silence, Chang'e learned what eternity truly meant. The moon was cold, but not cruel. Its surface glowed with a silver calm, unchanging, timeless. Here, time moved differently. Moments stretched, thought slowed. Chang'e built no palace, she needed none. Instead, she walked across quiet plains of light, her footsteps leaving no mark, her presence gentle and weightless. With her lived the jade rabbit, a silent companion, forever mixing herbs of immortality, its rhythmic motions steady and soothing. Together, they existed in stillness. Chang'e often gazed toward earth, watching seasons change, watching generations rise and fade, while she remained. She felt no bitterness, only longing. Yet with longing came peace. The moon became a mirror for human dreams, for wishes whispered before sleep, for prayers spoken in silence. Each night, as people rested beneath her glow, Chang'e listened. She listened to hopes, to grief, to love unspoken, and slowly she became part of the rhythm of rest itself. Children fell asleep beneath her light. Travelers found their way. Lovers shared quiet glances. Chang'e did not interfere. She simply watched, and the moon learned to breathe, in and out, in and out, a cycle without end, just like sleep, long gentle pause. And as the moon drifts across the sky, so too does this story, moving slowly, without urgency. Over centuries, the legend of Chang'e softened. She was no longer seen as lonely. She became comfort, a reminder that love does not disappear with distance, that sacrifice leaves echoes, that calm can exist even within longing. Each year, during the Mid-Autumn Festival, people look up, share mooncakes, and remember. But Chang'e remains unchanged. She walks beneath endless stars, listens to the quiet, and waits, not for rescue, not for return, but for balance. And as night arrives again, and the world below grows still, Chang'e stands beneath the moonlight, watching, breathing, listening. The moon rises, the moon sets, the cycle continues, and just as this story reaches its end, it gently returns to its beginning, because the moon never truly leaves the sky, and Chang'e never truly leaves us. Very soft pause, and now the night continues. High above the sleeping world where time no longer hurried, Chang'e remained. The moon did not ask her to move forward. It did not pull her backward. It simply allowed her to exist. Here there were no mornings to rush toward, no nights to fear, only a gentle cycle of light and shadow, soft and unchanging. Chang'e learned the language of stillness. She learned how silence could speak, how emptiness could feel full, how distance could carry love without sound or touch. Each night she watched the earth turn slowly beneath her. Clouds drifted, oceans darkened, lights flickered on and off like quiet thoughts. She could feel the rhythm of sleeping hearts, millions of breaths rising and falling together. A soft, endless tide of rest. The moon became a place of listening. Chang'e listened to dreams as they formed. Unfinished thoughts, unspoken hopes, memories gently replayed behind closed eyes. She felt them pass through her, light as mist, leaving no weight behind. Sometimes she walked across the pale surface, her steps slow, her movements careful, as if not to disturb the night itself. The jade rabbit continued its quiet work nearby, its motion steady, unchanging, a reminder that some things do not need an ending. Together, they existed without urgency. Chang'e no longer measured time in years. She measured it in moments of calm, in the soft glow of moonlight on sleeping cities, in the way shadows stretched and faded. Below her, children drifted into sleep beneath blankets. Travelers rested beside dying fires. Homes grew quiet, and always the moon remained. Chang'e began to understand her role. She was not meant to return, not meant to leave, not meant to interfere. She was meant to remain, a steady presence in an ever-moving world, a pause between thoughts, a breath held gently, then released. As centuries passed, her story softened. She was no longer only a tale of sacrifice. She became a symbol of rest. People looked up not with sorrow, but with calm recognition. They did not ask her to come back. They did not wish her away. They simply felt comforted by the quiet light she offered. Chang'e felt this shift. The moon seemed warmer, the silence deeper, but kinder. She stood often at the edge of moonlight, watching Earth fall into darkness, knowing that darkness was not an ending. It was rest. And when the night reached its deepest point, when the world below was quietest, Chang'e felt most present. Her thoughts slowed even further. Her form felt lighter, almost blending with the glow around her. She was no longer separate from the moon. She was part of its calm, its patience, its endless return. The moon rose, the moon set, again and again and again, and just as the night feels complete, it begins once more. The story does not hurry toward an ending. It circles gently, returning to where it began. Because Chang'e still watches, still listens, still remains. And as this story drifts towards silence, the moon continues its quiet journey across the sky. Breathing slows, thoughts fade, sleep deepens, the light remains soft, the night remains kind, and somewhere above it all, Chang'e stands beneath the moonlight, unchanged, unmoving, eternal. Very long, soft pause. And when the moon rises again, the story begins once more. And so, this story gently comes to an end. The words slowly fade into the quiet of the night. For the next few minutes, there will be only soft ambience, gentle sounds to help you relax and drift deeper into rest. When this video quietly finishes, the night will continue with another calm story, flowing naturally without interruption. There's nothing you need to do. Just stay comfortable, stay relaxed, and let the sounds carry you